A lot of earth changes are happening on our planet on many, many different levels. So it's quite an invitation to stay home and, of course, being touched and staying home. It's so powerful to be able not to need to be dependent on the surroundings, even though we need to respond to our surroundings and our surroundings are responding to us. But to really, really deeply know that I'm free. There's freedom here. There's true beauty here. No matter what happens. And of course, it's always easier to say that when we're in a good place. Yeah. And it's not about transcending, as I call it. It's about inscending. Really go into the earth, into the body, into the embodiment of who you are. And it's good, you know, here and there, there's a natural transcendence that can happen. But not to aim to, you know, be out of all of this. I mean, there's so much beauty here. And yes, there's also a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. And how do we find balance in all of that? How are you with when a mother or father loses their child? How are you with them? You know, that's I can't even imagine what that is like. You don't want to transcend that. You want to be here on earth and be here. You're pulled here with those extreme experiences. And for me, when I went through my kidney experience, pulled me even more deeply here into the body, into the earth, into here and now. It's very, it's quite something, as you probably have noticed, to live here on this earth plane. Yeah. And I imagine we're all longing for the same, you know, we all want to be happy. We all want to have a good life, have good friends, just be free. Whatever that means for you. For us, it seems to be in a spiritual context, to be free from thinking or free from God knows what you want to be free of. For me, over the years, it's become really, really clear that really true freedom for me is to deeply know who I am, which there's just no I, there's open, pure being, silence, space. None of these words really touch it, but there's a vastness, a vast intimacy, so close that they're not two anymore. There's just this vast open intimacy. And in this vast open intimacy sounds really nice, but can we truly be intimate with whatever comes in our lives? If it's excruciating pain or excruciating pleasure, you know, anything, can we be touched by that? Can we allow ourselves to be pierced by what comes our way? And I'm not speaking about being a doormat and I allow everything. No, you know, there's also a place for boundaries. What is yes to what you say yes and to what you say no. And there's something about the more you're located, more anchored in and as silence, vast silence, vast presence, vastness, and knowing that's all there is, that's the ground, that's the anchor, and that vastness includes the earth, the density, the here, the body, all of you, everything. Because I don't know if you experience it or long for or have experienced or still hope for this sense like everything will be okay. I will, I can kind of delete everything that I don't want and keep all that I want. And I don't have to feel anything anymore. I had, quite some years ago, I had this idea that spiritual freedom or true freedom was I didn't need to feel so much anymore. That was a joke. I feel even more deeply because the form of numbness that was there because of the different traumas in my life. And I'm sure there's still some numbness here and there that kept me away also being even as, even so-called more intimate with all of life. So to me, it's not about deleting anything. To me, the awake life through the awakened body is to dare to taste all of life. And very easily in our psychology, we're kind of orienting to problems, worries, pains. Yeah. There's a deep groove in all of us till that comes free, but we're so deeply trained through religion, education, not so much to, hope one day I will be happy, but to really, be almost like a martyr, like I have to go through pain, I have to experience pain. Only when I go through the pain, then I get somewhere. And yes, there's a place for that. We all have our pain. But it's also learning to make a choice at some point. There is a choice. Where do I want to locate? Where do I want to locate? As long as there's an I, there's a belief that the thought is what I am, is what I am thinking. Yeah. And there's no I, where there's just the cosmic vastness of being, knowing that that's what you are. To anchor there where there's really no anchor, but there is an anchor. That's the vastness. But you can't hold it in your hands. But we are a product of that unfathomable vastness and mystery and that wondrous emptiness. You cannot grasp it, you can try. It doesn't work. The more we stop trying, the more we are able to let worries go, which means letting them be what they are. Yeah. Till we can more and more trust that this vast cosmos, this cosmic vastness, will take care of everything, no matter what happens. Spirituality is quite a trust game. A trust game in that sense that we really trust whatever is in front of us is perfect. couldn't be better. It just couldn't be better. What if what is happening for you right now in your life, or not happening in your life, this is it. This is perfect. This is perfect. Change will happen. You don't have to worry about it. Life is ever changing. That's the landscape. And simultaneously, there's this vastness. And when then we dare to be very, very intimate with what is, something changes. Because when we dare to be intimate, because it's a dare, it's a daring to be intimate with our lives. It's daring to be intimate with pain. It's daring to be intimate with pleasure. And as I spoke a little bit earlier, it's like in psychology, it's, when you go to a therapist, people feel like, oh, I have to bring a problem. What is a problem? And that's fine, because there's also curiosity. I don't want this anymore. Part of me believes this, and I know it's not true, but I cannot fully embody that. But when we come in a space like, oh, I'm actually happy in the moment. I want to just taste this happiness. I want to talk today about happiness. How good things are. Just so good. We're just sitting here. How amazing that we have these precious bodies and they breathe. I mean, isn't that a miracle? And we take it for granted. It's so natural. It's so natural. And when we come in that place where we can make a choice, something starts relaxing in our bodies. We come here. So we learn when we come really, really intimate. So say there's something going on in you right now. Perhaps something you don't want. Yeah. So why don't you close your eyes? Whatever it is, perhaps it's something in your body, something in your belly, or wherever in your body that you don't want, or something in your mind that you don't want, or your emotional body, or your spiritual body. Let's see what it's like to come really, really close. What is it like to say hi to that? Hey, good morning. Here we are again. What is it like to really allow yourself to be touched by this experience that is here right now? Take a moment to meet that. Go in relationship, perhaps in a love relationship with that ache in your belly, or that mind fuck in your head, or that emotion, a deep ache of sadness or rage. You don't do anything, you just say hi and experience it. And then see, while you are experiencing it, go in relationship, come intimate, as this is your deepest love in this moment.